Jeff, talk a little bit about Matt Duchene and the impact he's had on this club since being traded at the trade deadline.
Well, I'll tell you, it took him a little while to get going, but Anthony, he has really excelled, and he's scored the game-winning goal in each of the last two games. He seems very comfortable here in Columbus. He's been a key on the power play. I think the Jackets would like to see him contribute as well here 5-on-5, and they're going to have to score some 5-on-5 goals because I think you might see a little more discipline from all that has been said about the Bruins previously in this series, and that will certainly be a key as we move on.
Jeff, I got to tell you, the Bruins obviously think that the series is going to get a little more physical because the Blue Jackets are a more physical team. David Backes back in the lineup for Boston tonight. But you've seen this team. You've seen how big and physical the Blue Jackets are. Do you notice a difference in the playoffs?
I think, and I'll go back, John, even to the first series against Tampa. And what the Blue Jackets were able to do is take their best players pretty well out of the game. You saw their frustrations. I see the Bruins' frustrations growing. And, yes, the Blue Jackets have been every bit as physical as the Bruins and a lot more physical even as they were perhaps earlier on in the season. Down the stretch, though, John, as everyone knows, the Blue Jackets needed to at least qualify for the postseason. So those were all meaningful playoff-type games down the stretch, and it took them until the next to last game in New York against the Rangers to clinch a playoff spot. So they've been in playoff mode for a while, and yes, they're finishing their checks, and they're right on top of the top players there. They're not giving them much room to work, and that's a credit, certainly. We talk about Bobrovsky and his contributions, and they're second to none. This is the best I've seen him play, but give a lot of credit to the defensemen in front of him. And even Jody Shelley and I doing a piece earlier on today talked in terms, give the forwards some credit as well for the work that they've done in front of the defensemen and obviously Bobrovsky as well.